Are your vegetables silently wrecking your kidneys? And got surprised how a healthy pick can backfire, especially if you've got high blood pressure, diabetes, or any kidney issues. Your kidneys filter 50 gallons of blood every day using millions of tiny filters. But overload them with certain compounds like oxalates or potassium, and things go downhill fast. If you have any kidney issues, then this video is for you as we uncover 7 vegetables that might be doing more harm than good. If your goal is stronger and you want happier kidneys, then these are the foods to watch, and we've got better swaps ready for you. Don't let the wrong greens mess with your health. Let's dive into our topic with number 7, spinach. Ever toss a handful of glossy green leaves into your morning smoothie and feel like a health champ? Spinach is loaded with oxalates, those tiny compounds that latch onto calcium in your body and form microscopic crystals. When you keep piling spinach into salads, sandwiches, and shakes, those crystals cruise down into your kidneys and settle in. At first, you barely notice, just a subtle stiffness in your lower back or a dull throb you brush off. But behind the scenes, oxalates are stacking up, crowding your kidneys' filters until they harden into kidney stones. That's when the show stops, sudden, jagged pain zings through your side, you scramble for pain meds, and a simple day turns into an urgent trip to the clinic. Our kidneys are non-stop powerhouses, filtering waste, balancing fluids, and managing electrolytes for every cell in us. Packing spinach-loaded oxalates into your daily routine is like asking a runner with sprained ankles to sprint a marathon. When kidneys can't clear out oxalates fast enough, crystals clog up the works and stones form. Symptoms sneak up on you: twitchy muscles, a flutter in your heartbeat, or a cramp that wakes you in the middle of the night. Those little signals are your kidneys waving red flags, begging for mercy. Ignore them, and you end up with full-blown pain attacks that leave you bent over in agony. We don't have to ghost all green to give our kidneys a break. Here's the move: swap spinach for gentler greens like baby lettuce, arugula, or bok choy in salads and smoothies. These swaps still bring color, crunch, and vitamins without dumping oxalates on your kidneys. Keep spinach on the menu only occasionally, and pair meals with lean proteins or whole grains to help balance calcium and oxalate levels in your system. With these simple switches, your kidneys can stay focused on the real job, flushing out toxins, keeping your blood pressure steady, and powering you through workouts and work days. Let's make smart choices so we can keep cruising through life without hidden crystals slowing us down. Number 6, sweet potatoes. These might seem harmless and comforting, especially roasted, mashed, or baked into crispy fries. They're packed with potassium, a nutrient your kidneys need to handle carefully. Normally, potassium helps keep our muscles and heart functioning smoothly. Your kidneys typically filter out any excess, keeping your body's levels perfectly balanced. But when your kidneys are having a hard time filtering properly, sweet potatoes suddenly become a sneaky problem. Each serving delivers a hefty dose of potassium, adding more pressure on kidneys already struggling to keep up. This overload can lead to potassium piling up in your bloodstream, causing trouble you didn't see coming. Here's what happens when potassium builds up. It disrupts muscle function, leading to cramps or weakness that might catch you by surprise. Your heartbeat can start feeling irregular, maybe fluttering or speeding up unexpectedly. These symptoms might seem minor at first, but they're warnings your body sends to let you know your kidneys need a break. Ignoring these early signs might mean facing more serious issues later. High potassium levels don't just cause discomfort, they can lead to severe heart rhythm problems or muscle paralysis if left unchecked. Let's think about how often sweet potatoes sneak into your meals. Maybe at breakfast as sweet potato hash, lunch as baked wedges, or dinner as creamy mashed sides. Each bite feels delicious, but you're unknowingly stacking more potassium onto your kidneys' workload. When kidneys are already stressed, filtering out excess potassium becomes difficult. It's like continually pouring water into a sink that has a slow drain. Eventually, it's going to overflow, causing trouble for your entire system. The good news is, you don't have to cut out sweet potatoes completely. Instead, try limiting how often and how much you eat. Swap them occasionally for lower potassium vegetables like cauliflower, carrots, or zucchini to give your kidneys some breathing room. By keeping sweet potatoes in moderation, you still enjoy their taste without overwhelming your kidneys. Making this simple adjustment helps your kidneys maintain balance, keeping your muscles strong and your heart steady. Small changes in how you eat sweet potatoes today can protect your kidneys tomorrow, helping us stay active and healthy without unexpected health surprises. Alright, let's keep it rolling. What's next on our list of undercover kidney enemies? Number 5. Tomatoes. They're juicy, bright, and seem harmless on pizza, sandwiches, or pasta sauces, right? But tomatoes pack a hidden punch of potassium, especially when concentrated into sauces, pastes, or ketchup. Potassium itself isn't a villain. It helps muscles flex, nerves communicate, and your heartbeat stay steady. But our kidneys are the ones making sure potassium stays balanced. When tomatoes become a regular part of your meals, and especially when you're enjoying concentrated forms like marinara or tomato paste, your kidneys suddenly have extra work to manage. They need to filter out all this excess potassium to keep your body stable, but if they're not functioning at full capacity, this becomes nearly impossible. Imagine pouring water into a cup that's already full. It quickly spills over. Similarly, when potassium builds up in your bloodstream, your kidneys struggle to filter it out, and that excess starts to impact how your body feels. You might experience muscle cramps, tiredness, or even an irregular heartbeat that seems random but isn't. At first, these signs seem minor, like occasional tiredness or a slight flutter in your chest, but ignoring them lets potassium levels climb dangerously high. That can lead to serious symptoms, including severe muscle weakness or even dangerous heart rhythms that require immediate medical attention. Every spoonful of tomato sauce or ketchup adds more potassium to your body's load. Think about how often tomatoes sneak onto your plate: pizza nights, pasta dishes, sandwiches, or salads. Each serving makes your kidneys work harder to clear the potassium. If they're already struggling, the task becomes nearly impossible. Potassium slowly accumulates, silently raising your risk of complications that can turn your daily life upside down. The solution here isn't about never eating tomatoes again. It's about moderation and smart swaps. Use fresh tomatoes sparingly and cut back significantly on concentrated forms like sauces and pastes. Replace some tomato-based dishes with lower potassium veggies or sauces that lighten the load, maybe pesto instead of marinara, or an olive oil and garlic base on your pasta. By making these small adjustments, you're giving your kidneys the space they need to do their job properly. Less pressure means healthier kidneys, steadier heartbeats, and fewer unexpected disruptions. Small shifts today lead us toward lasting kidney health tomorrow. Number 4. Beets. People rave about their color and sweetness, but when it comes to kidneys, beets are not as innocent as they look. You toss a few slices onto your salad, blend them into a smoothie, or even sip on beetroot juice after a workout, all while thinking you're making a solid choice. The twist is, beets carry a heavy load of oxalates and natural nitrates, two things your kidneys wish you'd keep in check. Let's start with oxalates. These compounds don't just pass through quietly. Once they're in your system, oxalates search for calcium, latch on, and form microscopic crystals. Most of the time, your kidneys are supposed to sweep these out with the rest of the waste. But if your kidneys are already dealing with a backlog, maybe from dehydration, a history of stones, or any slowdown in their filtering ability, these crystals stick around. Over time, those harmless crystals pile up and turn into full-blown kidney stones. The result? Sudden sharp pain that can stop you in your tracks, leaving you searching for answers and relief. Then there's the nitrate problem. Beets are naturally loaded with nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide in the body. A good thing for most, since that helps open up blood vessels. But here's the flip side. For anyone with kidney concerns, the extra nitrates can spike your blood pressure. High blood pressure is no joke when your kidneys are already stressed. It's like asking them to keep the plumbing running smoothly while someone cranks the water pressure even higher. Over time, this constant strain can wear your kidneys down, making them less effective at filtering and balancing everything your body needs. What you feel from all this might be subtle at first. Maybe you just feel a little more tired than usual, or you get a headache after a beet-heavy meal. But the real problems come later, with sudden attacks of pain, new spikes in blood pressure, or even blood in your urine from those forming stones. None of this is worth the temporary pop of color on your plate. Keep beets as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Rotate in veggies like carrots, cucumbers, or bell peppers for your salads and snacks. When you do choose beets, watch your portion size and keep them spaced out. Protect your kidneys by making swaps that lower the risk of stone formation and blood pressure spikes. Give your kidneys a chance to keep doing their job smoothly. No hidden sabotage from a healthy food in disguise. Ready for another surprise? Let's check out the next food that might be sneaking trouble into your day. Number 3, Swiss chard. There's something about those they have colorful leaves that make Swiss chard look like the superhero of the produce aisle. You see it mixed into salads or wilted alongside dinner and think you're fueling up on something harmless. But for our kidneys, Swiss chard is more of a secret villain. This leafy green isn't just packed with vitamins, it's loaded with both oxalates and potassium, two things that pile on extra pressure for kidneys that are already working hard to keep us healthy. Every bite of Swiss chard delivers a strong dose of these sneaky compounds. When oxalates travel through your body, they're on the lookout for calcium to cling to. The result? Sharp crystals that drift toward your kidneys and settle in, building up slowly, almost silently. If your kidneys are filtering well, they might manage for a while. But if they're even a little sluggish, those crystals can stack up, eventually turning into kidney stones. And kidney stones don't make a polite entrance, they hit fast with pain that comes out of nowhere and leaves you sidelined. Potassium is the next challenge. Swiss chard brings a massive hit of potassium to the table, and while your body needs some to function, too much spells trouble when kidneys can't filter it out quickly. The buildup of potassium in your blood can mess with your muscles, leave your heart beating strangely, and even cause weakness or numbness that feels like it came out of nowhere. Most people wouldn't guess that a handful of Swiss chard could do so much, but when kidneys are under stress, the effects are real. If you find yourself adding Swiss chard to every meal, it's easy to lose track of just how much oxalate and potassium you're taking in. Soups, salads, sautés, all those dishes add up fast. It doesn't always show up as pain right away. Sometimes it starts as fatigue or muscle cramps that seem harmless. But ignoring those signals can mean waking up to much bigger problems later, like sudden stone pain or a hospital visit when potassium climbs too high. The fix is simple and doesn't mean giving up leafy greens altogether. Instead of Swiss chard every day, swap in lower oxalate, lower potassium options like romaine, iceberg, or butter lettuce. Use Swiss chard as an occasional add-in, not the main event. By making that switch, you give your kidneys a break, lower the risk of stones, and keep everything running smoother. Your kidneys will thank you, trust that. Number 2, avocados. You see them everywhere on toast, in salads, even blended into smoothies. Avocados are the darling of the health world, but when it comes to kidneys, their creamy texture hides a real issue. Avocados are packed with potassium. For most people, that's no big deal. But when your kidneys can't clear out potassium quickly enough, eating just one avocado can send your blood potassium levels sky high. High potassium might sound harmless, but it can hit your body hard. You might notice muscle weakness, tingling in your hands and feet, or even irregular heartbeats. These aren't just annoying, they can be dangerous if potassium gets too high. Avocados, whether sliced, smashed, or served in guac, make your kidneys work overtime just to keep your body balanced. If avocados are part of your daily routine, it's easy to eat more potassium than your kidneys can handle. Instead, try switching them out for lower potassium options like apples or berries. You still get flavor and variety without overloading your kidneys. Keeping avocados as an occasional treat is the best move for anyone wanting to keep their kidneys happy and avoid unwanted symptoms. In the end, being mindful with avocados isn't about missing out, it's about keeping your body running smoothly and steadily, so you can enjoy all the good stuff without the stress. Not done yet. Let's dive into the next vegetable that could be making life harder for your hardworking kidneys. Number 1, okra. Ever notice how okra shows up in comfort food, gumbo, stews, or crispy on a platter? It's easy to think you're making a wholesome choice. But behind that green star-shaped look is a kidney challenge nobody warns you about. Okra is packed with oxalates, and for anyone wanting to keep their kidneys in top shape, that's a hidden trap you can't ignore. Oxalates in okra bind tightly with calcium as they travel through your body. It sounds harmless until those two join forces and start forming sharp, tiny crystals. Your kidneys, always on cleanup duty, now have to deal with these stubborn little troublemakers. With every serving of okra, you're giving those crystals another shot at coming together, slowly, quietly building up until they finally set off pain you can't ignore. Kidney stones don't form overnight, but when they arrive, the pain is anything but subtle, sharp, sudden, and ready to ruin your day. Even if you're a fan of okra's flavor and texture, making it an everyday habit just isn't worth the risk. Kidneys under constant oxalate assault start to show signs: fatigue, discomfort, maybe even the start of stone pain. Ignoring these hints lets trouble brew beneath the surface, and by the time you realize, it's usually too late for quick fixes. You don't need to give up all the good food, just mix things up. Add more green beans, bell peppers, or squash to your meals, and let okra be an occasional treat instead of a daily star. By making that simple swap, you keep your kidneys running smoothly, avoid surprise pain, and stay in control of your health. Your plate still looks vibrant, and your kidneys get the break they deserve. Your journey to healthier kidneys starts with the little choices you make every day. Sometimes the vegetables or habits we trust the most can quietly create problems, so being aware is your first line of defense. It's not about fear, it's about knowing what your kidneys need and being mindful of the signals your body sends. Small changes, like rotating your veggies or staying tuned to how you feel after certain meals, can add up over time and keep your kidneys working smoothly. If you notice new aches, unusual tiredness, or just feel something isn't right, don't hesitate to check in with a healthcare provider. This video was put together using reliable sources and is meant to give you a clearer picture, but everyone's body has its own needs. Only your doctor can help you sort out what's best for your health and answer specific concerns. Want to stay ahead when it comes to protecting your health? Hit that like button, drop your stories or questions below, and subscribe so you never miss the latest tips on feeling your best. Take care of yourself, look out for your kidneys, and remember, you're in charge of your well-being. Just like this video might help you then, our next video will have more real advice and discoveries. Until then, keep making those smart choices and keep moving forward.